Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that affects so many of us, especially younger generations, the connection between social media and anxiety. In our hyper-connected world, platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat are a huge part of daily life. They're great for connecting, for entertainment, and for expressing ourselves. But have you ever felt that pull, that almost compulsive need to check your phone? That feeling of anxiety when you're offline for too long? If so, you're not alone. This is what we call social media addiction. So, what exactly is social media addiction? Think of it as a compulsive need to be online, constantly checking for notifications, likes, comments, and messages. You might feel restless or irritable when you can't access your accounts. It's a pattern that looks a lot like other addictions. You get a short-term hit of pleasure or validation from a like or a share, but over time, this can lead to a real emotional dependency and psychological distress. It's a cycle that's easy to get caught in and incredibly hard to break. But why are teenagers particularly vulnerable to this? Well, the teenage years are a critical time for social and emotional development. It's when we're figuring out who we are, where we belong, and desperately seeking acceptance from our peers. Social media platforms amplify all of this. Their algorithms are literally designed to capture and hold our attention. Every notification, every like, delivers a small hit of dopamine, the feel-good chemical in our brain, which reinforces the urge to keep scrolling, posting, and comparing. There are a few key reasons why teens can fall into this trap. First, there's the classic fear of missing out, or FOMO. Seeing everyone's posts about parties, trips, or just hanging out can make you feel like you being left behind if you not constantly connected. Then there's peer pressure and the intense need for approval. Getting likes and positive comments can feel like a measure of your worth. For those struggling with low self-esteem or body image issues, social media can become a place to seek validation. It can also be a form of escapism, a way to avoid dealing with real-life problems or difficult emotions. The instant gratification from online interactions is powerful, but it's also fleeting. This overuse of social media is directly linked to increased levels of anxiety, stress, and even depression in teens. One of the biggest culprits is what's known as the comparison trap. We are constantly bombarded with the highlight reels of other people's lives. We see their perfect vacations, their flawless selfies, their amazing achievements, and it's almost impossible not to compare our own messy, complicated, real lives to their curated online personas. This constant comparison can create deep feelings of inadequacy, jealousy, and self-doubt. It makes you feel like you're not good enough, not successful enough, not happy enough. And it's not just about comparison. Exposure to cyberbullying, negative comments, or being excluded from online groups can seriously worsen social anxiety and feelings of isolation. The very platforms meant to connect us can end up making us feel more alone than ever. The symptoms of this social media-induced anxiety are very real. You might feel nervous or irritable when you're not online. It can mess with your sleep, make it hard to focus on homework or conversations, and leave you feeling constantly judged or left out. Some people even experience physical symptoms like a rapid heartbeat or an upset stomach just from the stress of checking their social apps. Let's talk more about this comparison trap because it's at the heart of so much of this anxiety. When you scroll through your feed, you're not seeing reality. You're seeing a carefully constructed, filtered, and edited version of reality. People post their wins, their best angles, their happiest moments. They don't usually post the arguments they had with their parents, the tests they failed, or the days they spent feeling lonely. But our brains don't always make that distinction. We see our peers seemingly living these perfect lives, and it can make us incredibly self-critical. It distorts our sense of self-worth because we're measuring our behind the scenes against everyone else's highlight reel. It's a game you can't win, and it fuels a cycle of anxiety and low self-esteem. So what can we do about it? How can we manage and prevent social media from taking over our mental health? The good news is there are practical steps we can take to build a healthier relationship with these platforms. It starts with setting boundaries. This could mean setting screen time limits on your phone. Most smartphones have this feature built in. Maybe you decide to have no phone hours like during dinner or the first hour after you wake up. It's also incredibly important to promote real-life connections and offline hobbies. Join a sports team, pick up an instrument, go for a hike with friends. These activities build genuine confidence and connection that you can't get from a screen. Another powerful tool is practicing mindful use. Before you unlock your phone and open an app, take a second to ask yourself, why am I going online right now? Am I bored? Am I feeling lonely? Am I avoiding something? Just being aware of your motivation can help you make more conscious choices. Also, curate your feed. Unfollow accounts that make you feel bad about yourself and follow ones that are positive, inspiring, and uplifting. And don't be afraid to take a digital detox. A day, a weekend, or even a week away from social media can be incredibly refreshing and help you reset your perspective. Open conversations with parents, friends, or a mental health professional about the pressures you feel online are also key. You don't have to go through this alone. Ultimately, the goal is to find balance. Social media isn't inherently evil. It's a tool, and like any tool, its impact depends on how we use it. The problem arises from overuse and the emotional dependency it can create. By developing digital literacy, self-awareness, and emotional regulation skills, we can learn to use these platforms responsibly. We can enjoy the benefits of connection and creativity without losing touch with the real-life joy, purpose, and peace that truly matter. It's about making social media a part of your life, not the center of it. To wrap this up, social media can either connect us or isolate us. It all comes down to our habits and our mindset. For teens struggling with addiction to these platforms, the result is often higher anxiety, lower self-esteem, and poorer emotional health. But by promoting balance, practicing mindfulness, and encouraging open dialogue, we can guide ourselves and the young people in our lives toward a much healthier, happier digital existence. It's about taking back control and ensuring our online world enhances our offline one, not detracts from it. Thank you so much for watching and for engaging with this important topic. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. And share your thoughts in the comments below. How do you find balance with social media? Let's continue the conversation. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.